In another unfamiliar space, you might say. I'm going to be letting you in on where we are at in a bit. My name is Success Caminist. This is Brands and Fashion, where fashion lives, and I'm telling you a big welcome. Welcome back. If you're just tuning in, this is Brands and Fashion. We've not gone too far. Yes, you've not missed too much. We are delving into our trends for today. As a woman who does not like toned, sexy, muscular, hairy looking legs, I don't know woman is going to raise her hand because I really love those legs. So why not show them off? And that is why our trend for today are over the knee shorts. Let's go right now and learn about them. Wearing shorts is one of the best ways to stay cool and casual, especially when it's hot outside. Here's how to wear shorts properly and how your shorts should fit. Shorts are perfect for weekend shenanigans, dog walks, the beach, the pool, barbecues, picnics, romantic walks in the park. Shorts are inherently casual, but that doesn't mean that they have to look adolescent and sloppy. To make sure your shorts flatter your body type, you need to pay attention to the length and width, that is, the leg opening. Just like swim trunks, it is crucial that your shorts don't go past your knees. They should stop at the top of your kneecaps at the longest. For most guys, 7 inches shorts are the perfect above the knee length. Just like pants, the length of your shorts is measured along the inseam. The best length for men under 5'9" is 7 inches. Anything longer than that would most likely be too long, although you can get away with 9 inches short if you like them a little longer. If you're under 5'5" or just want to show a little more thigh, highly recommended, you might want to wear 5 inches shorts instead. Now tell me you don't like to see those legs. If you're a woman and you have a bow, make sure to pop into your clothing stores and grab 1 or 2 over the knee shorts for your man to spot on. What do you say? So we're moving straight into the pro tip segment where we have a professional to be discussing stuff with us. We're going to be learning a thing or two, so make sure you grab your pen and papers. We're going to be talking about fashion styling and clothing merchandising with a professional who is a guru at this. So his name is Aina Omotayo. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, Success. Thanks for having me here.
This one is a very chill man, a very chill person. Like, I want you to bring it up in here. Up in here. We don't look like much, but yes, we try to bring up the energy so that these, Nigerians, we need so much moral support. We need to amp it up because so many things are depressing, and let's make them happy.
I'm here with you.
Okay, so we're going to be delving straight in. So I just want to start off by asking, we're discussing in the back in his office, yes, the other side of the store, and he was telling me that he is a fashion connoisseur. Let's start with that. What does that mean and how does it translate to the work you do?
So basically, being a fashion connoisseur means you are the go-to kind of guy, and people can actually reckon with whatever you tell them. So for me, I'm the kind of person whom, when I tell you, okay, you know what, for this outing you're going, just match this with that, and of course you're going to be the air turner in that place. So everybody gets to see you and they're wondering, wow, where did you get that from? So of course, getting good compliments is for sure, that I can tell you. And of course, if I tell you this shirt or this pants or this shoes you're wearing, trust me, this is going to go for years, or you probably are going to dry clean this and this thing is not going to wash, or it's not going to fade, then you can always count on whatever I tell you.
So you can count on whatever a fashion connoisseur says or a fashion stylist says?
So basically, the fashion connoisseur is different from the fashion stylist. The job of the fashion stylist is the person who articulates all your apparels together. For example, a groom who's getting married, we get to put on his shirt, the suit, the type of shoes, and all those other accessories. So at the end of the day, our work is what you see on the billboards, on the magazine cover, on red carpet, and all sorts. So that is basically what the stylist does. He articulates his wares together for whoever is using them.
But then the connoisseur just knows.
Yeah, the connoisseur knows. He's also a go-to, but he gives you more of an assurance. A fashion stylist can actually just pick up anything, but a fashion connoisseur
knows what works.
Exactly. So it tells you exactly what works.
Fantastic. And that's the reason when we get on the red carpet, we see people that they pick out and say, oh, fashion fails. This person destroyed the red carpet. I won't say kill it because people used to kill it for
more of the
positives. So should I say murder it?
The fashion connoisseur is at the higher cadre.
Okay. Wow, fantastic. So I just learned a thing or two. But do you know that this connoisseur is a French word?
Yeah, sure.
It's a French word, and I will not blame this very Nigerian man, very handsome Nigerian man, for calling it connoisseur. So since I speak French, it is connoisseur because it means to know. Fantastic. I bet they didn't know that this girl has something up her sleeve. Fantastic. Thank you so much. I have learned a thing or two. I used to think fashion stylists are the gods, but I see there's a higher power. So let's go back and talk about being a clothing merchant. What does it first of all mean, and then how do you even start this kind of business? Okay,
so being a clothing merchant, you get to source for products from a couple of suppliers around. It could be local, it could be foreign and all that. So all you just have to do is get the best kind of apparels. You check out the style, designs, the quality and all that, because what you want to put out there to customers, because you want them to see the value in what they're paying for. So all you got to do is source for the best kind of outfits from different people, put the value on it, and of course you need to have this strong commercial awareness kind of thing, because you are doing business and of course at a profit. So basically that's just all I think it takes.
So we're talking about it in your Aza home. And you're telling me how it can be compared to a supermarket or a departmental store.
Yeah, so that means the clothing store we have here is where you can actually just probably walk in and and make your selections. Of course, we have a wide range of from formal outfit to casual outfit, so you can of course walk in, ask for whatever you want, which will supply to you. So when I was relating it to the departmental store, just like the regular grocery stores you have around, you walk in, you purchase whatever you think you want, then you go. Then on the other side as well, you can of course talk to us on what you want to get. We ask you what whatever occasion you're having it for.
And then yes, you know what, let's just go straight right in, because I wanted to link you. So people come in here and they, okay, I want this, I like this, and then there's some people that come in and they're not so sure, and then you help them.
We offer fashion advisories to them.
So now, I want to know, is this consultation paid for?
Well, in a more okay, let me limit it to Nigeria. Most people don't really get to value that.
You know what? I think you should go broad. Let us know, because we cannot say we should limit it to Nigeria. Nigeria has to move forward. So go ahead and educate us.
So ordinarily, it's just like walking into the hospital. Now, when you go there, you lay out your complaint, how you've been feeling and all that. Of course, you're talking to a medical consultant. Then after he's been able to examine you, check out what's wrong and, conduct a couple of tests and all that, he refers you to the pharmacy, which is where you get your drugs and, all that. So basically when you relate that to us too, so you can walk into us, consult us as regards whatever event you want or probably your wardrobe management. Then after giving all our own advisories. We refer you down to the store here.
Come and make selection from
Exactly.
that. So what if the customer doesn't buy?
Well, it really doesn't matter because it's not every of your customer buys from you.
True.
But of course, with whatever we've been able to advise them on, it becomes registered to them that, of course, these guys, they know what they're doing. These guys are professionals. So, of course, even if they don't buy from us on the first time, that doesn't mean they won't come another time. And that still doesn't mean they won't refer us to some other people who can afford us.
Excellent. So now let's talk about the ends of this business. I'm talking procurement, importation, and just how all of this affects the pricing.
Well, now, this boils down to the audience we are targeting. And of course, affordability also. But then, the quality of what we sell is what matters to us. We try as much as we can to look out for the best products out there. Exclusivity is one of our key things. We don't want a situation whereby you're buying a product from us and before you know you're seeing your twin brother out there and all that.
You call them twin brother.
Exactly. So most of our customers, they take pride in whatever they get from us. They know that if, however, they'll find anybody putting on the same...
The person has to be...
Exactly. So that is just one of the major key things.
So the shipping, because I know, first of all, the Naira keeps falling and should I just say it is not steady, but so I'll just say, and that grossly affects the price because you're buying in most probably a different currency and you're like the exchange rate and everything, and then you have to peg prices in a way that you will gain, and it's a business.
Okay, so now the thing is this: everybody is quite aware of the Forex and the valuation of the Naira, of course, how it affects business. But I think one thing some of our customers have commended us for is this: regardless of all that, we haven't in any way compromised on the quality of what we sell. However, they know of all these factors militating the whole thing. So what we now try to do is, we know that right now the what do you call it? There's no disposable income, so to say. So now what we just have to do is, as much as we still want to do business, of course, have a relationship with our customers, we just decide to cut a bit down on our profit margin. So where we are expected to probably make like you buy an item for, let's say, 5 Naira, you want to sell for like 10 Naira, I'm just saying, or you buy for 5 Naira, want to sell for 8 Naira, what we just try to do is, instead of looking out for a 3 Naira margin, now if we see like a 152 Naira thereabout, let's just do it.
That's so nice. That's like it's really nice, and I've seen it reflect in not just your business or this kind of business, in other aspects as well. They try so hard, but you know you can only do so much. We pray that things get better because I want to know if it is a lucrative business.
So of course, it's a very, very good lucrative business. I mean, when I look at myself, this is the major thing I do, and it's been very sustainable over the years. So as a business person, you of course need to know how you're able to source at the best price you can, and of course sell at the best price
you can to maximize your profit.
Yes, by minimizing every other cost, because most people don't really understand the secrecy of the business. Some people just feel you buy an item for 5 Naira and you're selling at 8 Naira, and at the end of the day you're excited that you've made a profit of 3 Naira. No, there are some implicit costs you forget to. When you're sourcing for this product, of course you're making calls, you're going to pay for shipment, you're of course going to, by the time the place we are showcasing, we are paying rent, we have a lot of staff we're also paying, and of course in terms of running the business also, there are some other running over
just day-to-day costs.
You understand? So at the end of the day, when you don't factor all these things in,
and you think you've hit the jackpot,
at the end of the day, you just find out that the business is not growing. So the minute you're able to factor in all those other costs and you're able to create like a steady balance, because you make some good margin.
Thank you so much. It's been fantastic. We're moving into the next segment, which is our celebrity style inspiration. We're going to be talking about a woman. Yes. So she is Osas Ighodaro. She's a Nigerian-American actress. She's a mom, a philanthropist, an event host, and just on-air personality. She is a TV person, your TV girl, and we love her because of the way she spots her outfits. Osas has a very, very good body. I'm telling you a story now. This lady has what it takes to carry anything. You know, there are people that clothes have to suit. And then there are some people that make any clothes look nice. And I think Osas is one of those persons. And now the reason she's our celebrity style inspiration is just because of how she plays with colors, cut out pieces, and so many other stuff. So, would you style a woman?
Well, for me, I really can't say, depending on the scenario. If I'm in a position whereby I could offer one or two things, of course I'm good to go, but basically my strength is in styling men for events.
Okay, so what do you think about men? Because there are men in the industry that focus on serving women. I mean, I wonder how these men understand the female body to the point where the fit, the cuts are just spot on. So what do you think about these people?
Yeah, well, for me, like I said, it depends on where they find their strength. So if that is really what works for them, it's all good. The industry itself is big, so wherever you find your strength, make sure you give in your best shot, and of course, you never can tell. That is where you build your brand and every other thing about you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. So, let's hear it for Osas. Yes. So, after this breather, we're going to be talking about a brand that is doing so well and have stolen our heart to the point that they are our brand's highlight for this episode. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We've had a fantastic chat with Aina Omotayo. He was giving us all the tips we needed when it comes to clothing merchandising, fashion styling, you know, with he himself being a fashion connoisseur. Now we are moving on to the next segment, which is our brand's highlight. And you guessed right, our brand's highlight for today is Motayo. And we are privileged to have him on set with us to talk about the brand. And yes, the story I was telling them, how I was asking whether I should add the before the Motayo, I'll just call it, oh, today we have the Motayo brand. And I just thought to myself, it's taking out from the finesse of this name. Just call it Motayo. How did you even come up with that?
Well, the name went as far back on secondary school. I think we were doing the periodic table in chemistry, so we had to use a way of substituting a particular chemical with a different name. So it was I think it was my teacher then who just spelled my name just the way Motayo is being pronounced. Okay. And since then I just picked the name. And of course, when the business was about to evolve, you know, everybody wanted something to affiliate with them. So the only name I could come up, because I wanted to have the ownership of the business, I just thought, okay, Motayo Clothing, what people could, of course, relate to it. And that was how
I must tell you, it sounds fantastic. That was the right decision. So let's just move in and talk about what inspired the brand. And just right now, you were saying how it's metamorphosed, or it's expanded, or the direction changed, whichever. So just tell me what inspired it and how you have transitioned from where you were at the inception and how you have evolved or grown over the years.
Okay, so frankly speaking, I never ever imagined myself doing this kind of business. But of course, my growing up, I've always had this likeness for good clothes. I wanted to look good. I wanted the best of the outfit. I wanted to get into a place and, you know, people could, of course, recognize what I was wearing. So back in the university days, then I was more like the go-to kind of guy. Yeah, baby, can I use this your shirt now?
Hey.
And of course, while just before graduation, and there were quite a lot of awards I got back then in school, the best dressed, most fashionable, and all that. But while I think it was after the NYSC thing then, what everybody wanted to do was to, of course, get the bank job and all that. Yeah, I got, but somehow I wasn't really fulfilled in what I was doing. I was more inclined to the fashion part of me and the business part of me. So I just thought, okay, let me just see if I could come up with some things in fashion. I just started procuring 1 or 2 things from different suppliers around, of course, good quality stuff, and people kind of liked them. So when people were able to pay me for what I was doing, I just felt, I mean, I could do this for a living, and that was how it started.
Like, please hold your 9 to 5. Just please hang it there.
And you know, I was able to get some stuff. Of course, the business started from the trunk of my car. That was in 2009. And I would drive around different offices then. I had a very good network with people, and of course my interpersonal relationship with people also helped me a lot. So when I sell good quality stuff to some people, they get to refer me to other people around. So that was how I was able to build my network over the years, when people refer me here and there. Then as the business was evolving, I think I spoke with I think it was a friend in the US. So he just called me up, like, guy, you're doing something really good for yourself. How about if I help you source for apparels, and you know, I send that down to you? I said, no problem. So I think it wasn't long then, he sent me some couple of nice stuff, and in the short as well, people bought them off me. So I just started networking with different people. People who have stuff, they call me. Then at some point I thought of, do I start up my own brand, like have my own fashion label and all? But you know, somehow I'm just a business person. Whatever pays me was what I was ready to do. So, and I realized, okay, rather than having to do my own design,
Because that's more cost.
yes, and of course the Nigerian factor wasn't really helping. You know, you can't access loan from banks, you know, different conditions you won't be able to meet, you know, and you know, the poor electricity and all.
You know what? We'll come back and talk about the Nigerian factor. And it's something that I won't say I'm passionate about it, please, just in case there's any DSS person, you know.
No, but these things are there.
It's there. So finally, let's hear what your advice is to anybody trying to start this business. Because before we came to this segment, you said something about it being lucrative. So what do you wish you knew before you started? And what tips would you give people that are looking out or aspiring to start this kind of business?
Okay, so what I would advise is, or let me say, while starting up this business, maybe I wish I had someone to understudy, probably if I interned somewhere, or maybe I had some professional courses as regards fashion and all that. But for me, I just started out just like that. So that is one of the things. Try to intern somewhere, or probably be an assistant in a reputable fashion store, so you get to know what to do and what not to do. Because of course in my journey, of course I made some mistakes too, and of course there are some things I did and just went on fine with me. So that is one. Intern somewhere, be creative in your own way, be imaginative, be innovative, because as it is, the way we reach out to people, the way we sell our products now wasn't the way it was being sold then. These days you can literally just log onto the website, you know, just shop for whatever you want. But back then it was, so you need to also be innovative. You grow with the trend as the whole thing evolves and all that.
So thank you so much. Now let me recap what he has said, some of the very important points. You have to understudy someone. Don't think you know it all. Trust me, Google is there and you will be informed. But if you're not in the shop watching this person do stuff in real life, you might not learn. So apprenticeship is something that is required. Goodwill. Don't come out here to defraud people of their money because you think there's money in it and then you sell bad quality. So good quality is another point he also mentioned. And so we're moving straight into our fashion talent segment, where we are going to be celebrating someone. I'm going to give you a hint. He is very tall. I don't know, by just the height, you know I'm talking about a model. Now there's a backstory to this.
he is indeed a model. But now, this guy or young lad goes to a modeling audition or tryout with his girlfriend and gets picked. How amazing! He is none other than Adonis Boso. I don't know if I'm calling that right. Africans have something with the names, and I keep mentioning it every time I come on this show.
I think he's an Ivorian Canadian.
Yes, he is an
model.
Ivorian model, and trust me, he has worked with the big names and is even a musician, hidden talent. Who knew? So if modeling doesn't work for him, he can just fall back on that talent, which I think is very fantastic. Do you work with models here at Motayo?
Over the years we've been able to work with a few, most especially when we want to have our flyers and then some of our billboards out there. So we just look out, we carefully select people who have the right physique and all that. We put our apparels on them, and of course we just do them. And of course we work with a few actors in the Nigerian movie industry. Yeah, over the years, we've worked with Frank Donga, we've worked with Teju Babyface, we've worked with what's this guy's name? Tosin. I'm sorry, I just forgotten it.
But don't worry, we know the caliber. We know the caliber. So if we didn't trust Motayo, now you do, because who doesn't know Teju Babyface? That guy is just hilarious. So, and we are drawing closer to the end, and I really don't want to leave this very fancy store, but before I overstay my welcome, I am going to leave. Thank you so much for coming on the show. You've been fantastic. In fact, you made my job so easy. Thank you for coming on.
Success for having me too. It's indeed a pleasure to be on iBrandTV. I want to appreciate you guys for coming and of course showcasing our brand to the world. God bless you guys.
Oh, we've come to the end of this fantastic episode. I hope you learned a thing or two. Make sure to follow iBrandTV on all social media platforms. We're streaming live on YouTube. Make sure you are subscribed to our YouTube channel. Until we come your way next time, keep it locked here on iBrandTV. Goodbye.